Hey, Grammy in the Wild. We just got to our camping site for tonight, and I'm going to start setting up, and I'm bringing you along, and hopefully I can share some tips that might make your next camping trip a little bit easier. So come along with me. Okay, first things first, I have this wonderful tote. I can put a lot of equipment in. I try not to load it too heavy because I am packing this stuff in by myself. But this one does have wheels, which end it's on. So I can lift it up and roll it. But in here, I can fit my tent, my coffee cook stove, extra propane tent. I've had that for, I believe, 2 years now. Bought it when I went to Jefferson for the Bigfoot conference a couple of years ago. Some friends of mine with military paranormal investigations took me. We had a great time. If you ever get a chance, go check that out. It happens in October every year, and they have different guest speakers, and they just have all kinds of awesome stories and first-hand accounts of people who say they've seen Bigfoot. And I'm planning on trying out a couple of different ways to keep the bugs off of me, including flea collar, and I've also got the mosquito bracelets. The ones that they have, you can put on your arms or you can put it on your ankles. Maybe keep the mosquitoes away and hopefully ticks, because the ticks are pretty bad this year. We've had, at least in some of the places I've been close to the water, there's been quite a few ticks. So hopefully we don't run into that too much. Another thing I have is my cot. I love that thing. It was the best thing I ever bought for my camping experience, because sleeping on the ground is not comfortable. You wake up achy. I'm telling you, it's a game changer when you get up off the ground. And I don't like the air mattresses for some reason. I don't get along with those things. I can air it up, wake up in the morning, I'm flat on the ground. So I like my cot. It's got a big cushion with my sleeping bag and pillow. It's more comfortable than my bed, so I enjoy it. I also bring my EverStart jump starter here. It's got an air compressor, but it also has some USB ports and 110 where I can plug in and charge my batteries and my cell phone and things like that without having to go out and buy an expensive power station. And I always bring my broom with me, because once you set up the tent, you'll see that there is dust and dirt in there from the last time you were camping. So I am going to clear off any sticks, rocks, anything like that. And this area right here is pretty darn level. I think it's been used quite a bit. And I'm going to get my tent laid out, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. I just wanted to show you guys too, the reason I'm in kind of a hurry to get this stuff set up is because there is a thunderstorm coming. I've always wanted to camp in a thunderstorm, even though it's kind of scary. Lightning really, really freaks me out. But it's something I've always wanted to do. I did check out this campsite and make sure that I'm up on high ground. I'm at the top of pretty much a big bluff, but I can see where the water has run off from here, and it runs down, back down, away from the campsite, so we should be good. All right, time to get busy. Okay, here we have it. Home sweet home for the night. Got my cot set up with my sleeping bag. And my adorable throw that my friend Tracy got me. Thank you, Tracy. Love it. Got my clothes in here. My rain flower for when I need it here in a little while. Got my batteries charging. My little AC unit that I'm going to try out here in a little bit. I just need to put some water in that. Make sure it's charged. I just brought my little box in to use it for a little table inside my tent. I think that'll do. From the front door of the tent, you can go to the right or you can go to the left. Either way you go, it's going to take you to the little pavilion where the picnic table is. There, I'm about to set up my camp stove. I need to go fill my water tank up, and I'll show you what I do with that. Let me get over here so I can show you the little overlook here. It is absolutely gorgeous. This campsite is one that's in the equestrian area. And I just love the fact that it just sits out here on the edge. It's on the back side of the big pond camping area also. Has a nice covered picnic table. Those clouds are looking a little ominous. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to set up my stove, and then I'll show y'all what I use for water to wash my hands, wash dishes, things like that. Okay, the mosquitoes are getting bad, so I decided I was going to bust out these Buggables citronella wristbands. They come in a little resealable package. There's 6 of them in there. So I've got one on each wrist now. We'll see if it works, because it wasn't mosquitoes bothering me, it was flies, but I bet it'll run those off too. And I thought you might want to see how I set up the stove. I've got a little combing camp stove, really easy to use. And I've got a huge bumblebee over here that's flying around. I'm sure you can hear him. They're really neat. As long as he doesn't land on me, I'm okay. Alright. These have these little wind shields here on the side to keep the wind from blowing out your flame. And we'll remove this. It's kind of hard to do with one hand to get everything out. There we go. Okay. It's pretty easy. I used to be kind of worried about propane, but you know, they make these things really safe. So as long as you use them like they're supposed to be used, and you don't have to worry about it. What you do is you hand tighten this. This is what's going to attach to your bottle. And you'll ignore my nasty hands and nail polish coming off. I'm in the middle of remodeling my bathroom at home, and you can't keep nail polish on whenever you are doing demolition. So, yeah, I'll set this here. Let's see. Oh. Okay. And then basically, this here just screws in. You take, there's a little plastic cap you have to take off. Just remove that. And ta-da, it's done. So this one has this little red button here. And that, once you turn your fuel on, you push that and it lights. It's an igniter. Some of them don't have that, and you just have to have a match or a lighter or something. And I tell you what, these really, really come in handy. Okay, so now we're going to go up and fill our washing jug. Okay, we are in the bathroom, as you can tell. We keep the bathrooms clean out here. They're flushing toilets. We have 3 stalls, 2 sinks, and there is nice cold water so you can cool off. So here's my secret. I saved my liquid detergent jugs. And I don't dump all the soap out. I leave a little bit in there because that is really good for washing your dishes, washing your hands. And there's usually probably water somewhere. They are on water restrictions here right now, so I only get 1 jug is all I need. I don't have to waste it. It's just got that spigot on it, so that makes it really easy just to dispense it when you get to wash dishes and wash your hands. Whatever needs to be washed. Probably plenty for me. Whoa! And here I go, spilling it like I said I wasn't going to. Okay. Put it on. And this bathroom's hot. Get out of here. Show you a shortcut back to the campsite. We're going behind. That's much better right here. Stop and look at the sky a little bit more. Well, we may get some rain. I don't think we're going to get storms though. That'll be okay. There is a burn ban in effect. It seems like it's been a constant burn ban. I hate not having a campfire, but I like my camp stove too. It works great. So I'm going to find a spot. I think I'll just set this over here. That way, when you do use the spigot, it goes on the ground. It's no big deal. And it'll just soak in. Alright, I think I'm going to get some potatoes and onions washed up and chopped, and we're going to have a pork chop. And I grew some potatoes and onions in the garden this year. I didn't really have time to do much, but I got a little bit. I'm going to do that and some zucchini. And it's just going to be a delicious campsite meal. Oh, look out on the horizon. Look at that big thunderhead over there. Wow. Really neat. Alright, I'm going to get to food prepping and I'll be right back with you. Okay, now I got all my stuff out, I think. So I'm going to start doing a little bit of prepping. I do bring some clean water, just plain bottled water, to wash the food and stuff with. So I don't want everything tasting like detergent, but it's really good for washing up afterwards. I did have some little red potatoes that I grew this year. They're, I try to grow potatoes every year because it's pretty easy. I just try to put them in the ground around Valentine's Day. I listen to my dad, that's what he tells me. So that's what I try to do, and it's kind of hard to mess them up. Now, my yard is a work in progress, but I'm not going to worry about it until I get my bathroom redone. And once I get my bathroom redone, I would love to redo my kitchen. That's why I haven't put any videos out lately, is I've been really working on the house. My significant other and I are trying to get, we've replaced the water lines into the house, and I'm putting new water heater, new bathtub, showers, everything. I mean, it's a big deal. So that has been taking up all my time. And I just thought today, it's Thursday, I don't work on Fridays. Thank you, Dr. Smith. And so I thought, well, you know, I'll just go out and get a little bit of camping in. And there is a chance of thunderstorms tonight. Like I say, that's one of the things on my bucket list. And I would love to be out here and have a nice rumbling thunderstorm come through. And I want to be able to test some of my gear too. I want to see how this tent does. See if it's any better than the last one I had. And I bought a new rain jacket that I'm kind of anxious to see if it is any good. So if I don't get to try it out on this one, that's okay. I'll just try it out some other time. Yeah, like you say, I wouldn't. If it rains, that's good. If it doesn't, and we can see the auroras, that would be awesome too. Because I've never been out here when there was a solar event, and I'm kind of anxious to see what it looks like out here, because I tell everybody it's like camping right at the top of the earth and right in the Milky Way. I mean, it's just, I've never seen the sky look like it does out here, and it is a designated dark sky area, so hopefully it stays that way. I know that we've been having some controversy in this area with data centers wanting to come in, and they can't put data centers everywhere. I mean, there has to be some nature. There has to be a place where people can go and see God's green earth and not just tear everything up. And we're already depleted on our water supply around here anyway. We don't need to be straining it any worse than what it already is. But Copper Breaks also has star walks that are scheduled, and you can go to their website and you can look that up, and it gives you the dates. And they have that, and they have some other events that are exclusive here to the park. You can always come down here and you can kiss a longhorn. There's probably not any other place in Texas you can do that, so you got to come check that out. It's really fun. So Copper Breaks is close to where I live, so I come here a lot, but I will be going to other places. I'm just, like I said, working on my house right now. I'm kind of limited to what I can do and where I can go. I need to be working on that. But I am going to be putting out some more videos. There's some other areas around here, some creeks that I'd like to explore. I may be doing a collaboration with a friend of mine who has a ranch. He finds a lot of artifacts there, a lot of Native American artifacts, and he's invited me to come out and go explore with him. So we may be doing that soon. I am going to do some camping in East Texas. I have another friend who is going to send me some pins. Mike, I need some pins so that I can go out and do some Bigfoot exploration, actually. Y'all may think I'm crazy, but that's something I've always wanted to do too. So I'm at that point in my life, I'm wanting to check stuff off the bucket list. So I am all in. I wanted to do what I can do. So please, if there's anything in the North Texas area, southern Oklahoma, somewhere close by, let me know, because I want to start there and then I'm going to branch out. So as I get my work done at my house, get all that completed, I'm hoping to be able to, broaden my horizons and be able to go to other places. And I mean, there's a lot of country out there to see and so many different types of terrain. So y'all let me know. I'm going to go get some butter hot and throw these potatoes and onions in there. While dinner was cooking, I wanted to get a little bit of the sunset here. They've walked quite a ways. Well, I got dinner ready. I don't know how good anything's going to show up because I haven't filmed anything on this camera when it's kind of dark. But I've got my coffee station ready to go for in the morning. I always do that ahead of time. Fill my pot with water. That way when I get up and I'm all groggy, I can just light my little stove over here and have my coffee while I cook my breakfast on my other stove. So I'm going to sit down here and eat for a little bit, and then I'm going to see what happens with this little storm right here. It looks like this one's coming towards us. So I'll check out the radar and I'll let you know if there's something coming this way. Well, I decided we're going to explore Big Pond this morning. But first off, before we get down there, I wanted to show you the beautiful mesquite trees. They seem like they are loaded this year. I'll show you the beans. Isn't that pretty? They're so long. Let me get up here closer. And you can see how big they are. If you're ever stuck out in the wilderness, you can actually eat those. I've read and heard different stories, but I know that there's a white, fluffy, pithy material around the beans in the pods, and I know that is edible. But I don't think I've ever seen them that loaded. Beautiful. Now on to Big Pond. Well, here we go, down to Big Pond. Those killies are making all kinds of racket today. Sure, all the birds have babies. Oh, the rats are busy. Big Pond is a spring-fed pond. I will try to pick up this trash on the way out. People can be annoying and disgusting, I'm telling you. I want to use these places, have a nice place to go picnic, fish, kayak. And they leave their trash. I don't understand. No respect. I swear these steps are getting steeper the older I get. They have found fossils here of sea-dwelling creatures. And you can check out some of the information on that at the headquarters, where they have a small museum. And they also have an observatory there where you can go see different programs. They're all about the night sky up here. It is just so pretty. This pond doesn't go dry like a lot of the others around here, because it is fed by a spring that is way back over that way. And I've actually walked to the source before when it was super dry out here. The area where I'm walking is usually, you can't usually walk up here. The pond's really low. Oh wow. Look at that little guy. They're so neat. Those millipedes, I usually only find little dried up skeletons of them. I have come across a rattlesnake out here before, but he was just laying in the sun and minding his own business, not bothering me a bit. Sometimes there are ducks, cranes. I don't know where they are this morning. Let's hear the grackles. Isn't that beautiful up there? Sun shining off of that red rock. As you can see, this is the little spillway overflow. I haven't had water up to it in quite a while. Gonna have to go get an extra trash bag just to pick up all this mess that people have left. That's just so pretty. Oh, what a neat area to explore. I don't go exploring off trail in the summer. There's just too many snakes. So I stick to the trails, that's what you should be doing anyway. I might wander just a little bit, but not like I do in the wintertime and late in the fall. Well, looks like we're coming to the end of it. Oh, wow. Oh, spiders. Okay. Well, what do you think? Should we hack down just a little bit? You know we got to. Alright, let's see. Let me make sure I can get back up here. That's the thing. These rocks are stable. That's pretty stable. Wow. You can see where the water kind of flows around here. And down. And something's been over here wandering around in the boat. I can tell it was. Huh. Can't really tell. The tracks aren't real clear. Maybe a piglet? Not a hog. Maybe a cat. Don't know. I'm going to try to speculate though. Must be cottonwood tree. Oh, that sounds so nice. Okay, I'll go down to the end of this little drop off over here. That's a nice mud hole. Look at that blue clay. I think that's just from the how that deer scared me. Concentrations of the copper in the land around here. It gives everything a bluish green hue. No, there was a deer who snorted, and I'm sure maybe you heard that. Always catches you off guard. She took off. I'm sure I scared her as much as she scared me. That's funny though. I'm gonna look around a little bit and head back out. You see there. Some little shells. Another bird over there. It's got to have a nest somewhere close. Bottle over here. I'm gonna check it out, see if it's an old one or a beer bottle, which I'm sure is what it is. Yep. Hey, Bud Light Lime. That can go out with us. Tell you, she's keeping a very close eye on me. Now that sound, if you don't know, was bullfrogs. I remember the first time I was camping out here and at night and heard the bullfrogs. That freaked me out. I had no idea what that deep guttural sound was. Those bullfrogs get huge. I just hope that sound picked up good on the camera because it's just a unique sound. Well, the wind's picking up a little bit. I think I'm going to cut this off and do a little exploring, and I'll bring you back on if I find something interesting. It is a perfectly beautiful day today. I'm glad you came along. Well, I stopped to have a little break and change out a battery and had a mishap with my GoPro. So the little tab where you grab it and pull it out of the camera came off. I guess it got hot. So I guess I'll have to get it home and figure out how to get that battery out. Till then, I am gonna be on my phone for a little bit. I'm getting ready to wrap this up, but I did walk around through here a little bit and see some interesting formations that I was wanting to share with you. It's really pretty. You can see where over the years the water's just flowed through and eroded all this out. It's just breathtaking to me. I hope you enjoy it too. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I'm supposed to be giving you some camping tips and hiking tips along the way. One of the things is I put some water bottles in the freezer. Now, depending on how full they are, sometimes you may have to siphon a little bit off because that's going to expand. You don't want it exploding in your freezer. But I put those in the freezer at least overnight and then put them in my cooler along with my ice and other things I need to keep cold. And then I can take one or two out at a time and pop them in my backpack. And by the time that I go on a hike, I've still got a lot of ice, but I still have lots of cold water. And it sure beats when you have just regular cold water and hike a little while, and then before you know it, it's just warm and it's not refreshing at all. So in doing this, your water stays cold a lot longer. Just one tip from this Grammy. Well, folks, I just got back from Big Pond, and it's time to pack up and head home. I've got a lot of work to do this weekend. So I guess I better get back and get some of that stuff done. Got to get some fun in though every once in a while. Anyway, I hope you come along on my next adventure. I have no idea what it'll be or when, but I'm hoping to get something else out pretty soon. I've just kind of got to learn to balance out getting my house completed and getting some camping and hiking and stuff in too. So hopefully you'll be seeing me soon, and until then, y'all take care and get out and enjoy the countryside. See ya. Something I forgot to mention, and I just thought of it as I was driving out. These little mosquito bracelets really seem to work. I was going to put some around my ankles when I went hiking, and I forgot, but I'm sure that would be beneficial too. But I didn't have trouble with mosquitoes the whole time I had these on. I did spray off around the outside of my tent and things before I went in, but for the most part, I'll try to use these again, and I think that's very beneficial. And they're kind of cute.